The next person I'd like to honor as the second recipient of this year's Community Catalyst Award from TiE, Ohio, is a person whose flame, really burns bright. You talk to this guy and you see it in his eyes, you hear it in his voice, and you just want to get up and try harder and do more. His name is Alan Schonberg. And, Alan, I remember over a glass of wine or a couple of beers, told me the story about he was in World War II and he was a young soldier fighting for America. And he saw an entrepreneurial opportunity. He would buy cigarettes from PX at X number of dollars and then go out and sell them to the troops for a little slight profit. Coming back to the States, he had that drive, and he started one of the most revolutionary companies out of Cleveland's ever seen. It's called Management Recruiters International. It's the world's largest management recruiting firm out there. Over 1,200 offices, $800 million a year in sales. He started out of Cleveland. And to hear him tell the story of how he took this company public, went down to New York City himself, and started knocking on the doors of Wall Street and said, I got a great idea, let's take this IPO out there. It's really inspiring. But, Alan's contributions go way beyond just dollars and cents and jobs for Cleveland. It's about giving back. And Alan is on probably about 200 boards now here in Cleveland, formerly on the TiE's board, the Fund for Economic Futures board, the American Jewish Committee, the American Jew Federation here of Cleveland. He's founded the Ohio Israeli Chamber of Commerce. And his message always is, let's include everybody at the table, let's cross racial, ethnic, linguistic boundaries, and let's go global. My friend Alan Schonberg.
Most of you know, the night was cast 5:30 to 8 p.m. That means I have about 3.5 to 4 minutes. However, I don't want to keep you from what I think is a beautiful repast of hot food. We've had a lot of good networking. We've had a lot of good conversation. We've had a lot of wine and other stuff. And the hot food awaits us, so I'm going to be very, very brief. Without reverting only to my ethnic background, I can only tell you that Jewish people have always figured that we were immigrants to the new country into which we immigrated. And there is no country in the world that has offered us the home, the opportunity, and the future that the United States of America has. As a result, and through the 1800s, then coursing into the 1900s, I, as well as I think all of my ethnic brothers and sisters, always felt that we were immigrants in the Medina, in the golden promised land. And as immigrants, we had an obvious empathy and feeling for all of the other immigrants. And of course, everyone in this room is the son or daughter of an immigrant somewhere, because before 1492, it was a wonderful nation of Indians, but none of you were here. But the Indians were, and then your forefathers came. So many of them were immigrants. I can only relate to, again, my ethnic background and the fact that our people were immigrants. Now, not only were they immigrants, they became entrepreneurs. Long story as to why they became entrepreneurs, but they did. And that's another very interesting facet of history. But our folks became entrepreneurs and have continue to be entrepreneurs till this day. So I only know one thing. Immigration and immigrants equals entrepreneurs, and that equals prosperity, and that equals a certain cultural and really reaching out and gathering in of so many other people because of the natural empathy of an immigrant entrepreneur. And that is what I wish for every one of us, of every ethnic persuasion, of all religions, of all nationalities. Let's welcome the immigrants into this country, the immigrants who will enable us to have a lot more entrepreneurial activity and a lot more jobs. And that is something that I'm trying to dedicate myself to. And I don't really know why I won this award. I'm just another hanger-on in a group of people. There are so many who are worthy of so much distinction, who have really tried, both aware, semi-aware, intrinsically, good-hearted, good brains. They have tried to make immigration and entrepreneurialism the hallmark of Northeastern Ohio. And I would invite every one of you to become part of that effort. And now it is 8 o'clock and hot food.